Guys, today I'll be looking at this absolutely gorgeous 2012 McLaren. Just before we get into the video, I'd like to mention that we're 15 minutes away from Slough train station, 10 minutes away from Church Cross, and the vehicle is for sale. We're based in Stoke Poges. If you come to view the vehicle and you're disappointed, we'll refund your travelling expenses. Let's get into the video. So the car I'll be looking at today is a 2012 McLaren MP4-12C 3.8 litre Spider with the famous SSG gearbox. So obviously quite a handful there. These came out for 2011 model year and run up to 2014. I've actually met the designer of the car. I'm good friends with him, Frank Stevenson, and I think he done an absolutely phenomenal job on this car. Well done, Frank. And yeah, absolutely lovely. The coupes ran from 2011 to 2014. These latest Spider cars ran from late 2012 up until 2014, with this car being a 62 plate registered in December, so one of the very early Spider models. This plate is also included in the sale, JS04 MCL, sort of fits the car, MCL sort of being McLaren there. And this car is optioned with the £4,000 Volcano Red Elite Metallic, which I've got to say is probably one of the best colours I've ever seen on any car, not just a McLaren. It looks absolutely phenomenal. It's almost just a red metallic with a slight orange pearl coat in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You've got bi-xenon headlamps as well on these MP4-12Cs with the sort of McLaren logo, sort of boomerang blade indicator there. And this one is also optioned with the front and rear parking sensors, just to make it a bit easier to park. The front splitter is finished in satin dark palladium, as McLaren call it, and then you've got the sort of black or dark palladium gloss inserts in the bumper there. But overall, really lovely looking. Let's just quickly moving on to the side. So the side profile of the 12C is absolutely gorgeous. The Volcano Red blends really nicely with all the creases and lines in the body panels. The Spider is based on the coupe, meaning effectively originally it was a very rigid and already good handling car, and the sort of target composition very minimally compromised the handling. If anything, it just handles as well as the coupe per se. Phenomenal car to drive, and like I said, just really lovely looking. This one is optioned with the 5 twin spoke lightweight alloys. You had the standard alloys, then the lightweight forged alloys, which is what this had, and then the super lightweight alloys. In my opinion, these do look the best and really do suit the MP4. This one has also the optional coloured calipers, which were just in your colour of choice. The first owner obviously spec'd high gloss red, which again looks really lovely. You've got 370mm front and 350mm rear, cross-drilled and ventilated discs. Again, huge stopping power on a car like this, and these lovely mirror stalks as well, again in sort of satin dark palladium. The MP4-12C was effectively McLaren's real modern day supercar before the F1 obviously, and this was completely designed in-house. It was engineered, built and manufactured all in-house with an all-new McLaren engine. I think the F1 used an engine which wasn't designed by McLaren obviously, and I think it was a sort of BMW or Mercedes engine. But yeah, nevertheless, an absolutely phenomenal car. Let's just quickly take a look at the back. So my back here, the MP4-12C came with some very nice innovations, including this body colour painted Airbrake. It's actually sort of a hydraulic spoiler, which can go up or down at your sort of preference. But when you slam the brakes really hard, this spoiler will actually deploy at almost 90 degrees and give you maximum aero and downforce. Really nice innovation. This car was optioned with the Stealth Pack, which gave us these gunmetal finish exhausts in sort of satin, and also the satin gunmetal Airbrake stalks or pillars there. But nevertheless, really lovely. The MP4-12C has a very distinctive rear design on the back here, again with the sort of rhombus or rectangular angled looking exhaust on the back. I absolutely love those. I think they look much better than the later sort of 570 exhausts, which are sort of triangular down there. But nevertheless, really nice. You've got high gloss black sort of rear bumper or sort of rear grille inserts here, and the indicators and brake lights are really well disguised or integrated in the back here, with indicators being here, brake lights, and small little brake light bar on the spoiler here. Again, really lovely. As I said, rear parking sensors, very nice feature to have. And on the top here, you've got sort of the exhaust vents and the glass engine cover, which I'll just show you guys in a second. Under the glass engine cover lies the legendary 3.8 litre twin turbocharged monster, which powers the 12C. Nicknamed M838T, it was designed with Ricardo as well, who supplied and built the engine. And yeah, overall really lovely. 625 brake horsepower on these later Spider models. The earlier coupes came with about 600 horsepower. All the Spiders had 625. Let's just quickly moving on to the interior. So another hallmark feature of the 12C is the dihedral opening doors. Because this is a later car, it has the rubber door poppers instead of the unreliable swipe touch capacitive doors. And yeah, soft close function as well with a window calibration. Really lovely. You've also got the full black leather interior, which I'll just quickly move into. And then I'll show you guys the inside. So moving on to the interior, this one has the optional £3,400 full leather interior, which not only gets us full black leather seats, it gets us full leather on the dashboard, as well as the door cards in stitching. This one also has the optional contrast stitching on the doors and the dashboard, again in red, really sporty looking. This one also has the optional 10-way electrically adjustable heated 3-set memory front seats. Some of them do have, in fact, manual seats on a McLaren, which is quite funny. Definitely a lot more comfortable than the bucket seats you'll regularly find on McLaren models. And you've got the MP4-12C branded logo floor mats. Again, really lovely to have. You've got this sort of carbon fibre effect McLaren badge on the steering wheel here. Really nice 3-spoke. This has the standard silver interior trim. Again, really lovely looking. And this one also has the optional £5,000 Iris 2 satellite navigation upgrade, or just the Iris navigation or upgrade, which effectively gave us that satellite navigation, Bluetooth as well, and really phenomenal Meridian DSP surround sound audio system. Definitely a huge upgrade over the regular Meridian. You get subs as well, speakers behind the seats, and yeah, again, really large speakers on the doors there. And you've got the HVAC or temperature controls on the doors here. By twisting the bottom rocker dial, you've got the fan. On the top half, you've got the temperature. You've got mono, AC, so you can control just your temperature or both zones. On the front here, you've also got your heated rear window, which is quite funny actually. It's a little sort of like glass wind deflector on the back, which you can actually put up and down, which is quite interesting. And again, the Spider is very compactly sort of designed in terms of the roof, being able to slide out and then back just behind the rear seats, but still in front of the engine, which is pretty impressive engineering if you ask me. You've also got the PCC, proactive chassis control. The car doesn't use conventional anti-roll bars. Instead, it uses magnetic shocks, and it also uses nitrogen-filled canisters called accumulators, which actually pump up. If I put it in active mode, I'll just quickly start the car, let you guys have a listen. It is quite loud. And then yeah, you click this active button, you can switch for different modes. You've got handling and then performance. So you've got normal, sport and track. You can hear the accumulators actually inflate and deflate on demand. You've got normal, sport, track for your handling, and as I said, performance, which only engage when this active button is pressed. You've got the aero button. Whilst you're actually driving at a certain speed, that spoiler will deploy on the back. I think it is, yeah, it's just deployed actually. You've got a manual mode as well, which allows you to, just sticks it in manual for paddle shift instead of regular auto. And you've got your winter and launch control mode. You've got your 3 buttons in the middle: drive, neutral, reverse. The SSG is sort of a Graziano 7-speed dual clutch. In itself, it is sort of a robot automated manual gearbox, but dual clutches are far more reliable and just drive 10 times better than single clutch robot gearboxes. But to turn the car off, you just make sure it's in neutral with the handbrake on, and then you just press the start button. You've got the button on the left here for wind deflector to go up and down, and then the roof operation button here, your lock button, your also front popper, and on the side of this door you've actually got the tonneau opening and the rear lid, so you can actually open the rear compartment where the roof sits in to put items in there, but on the dashboard it will confirm whether there are belongings in there, just so you don't crush them. You've also got USB in here as well with auxiliary, Bluetooth music as well, which is quite nice for 2012. And as I said before, this has the later Iris 2 navigation system, which can be distinguished by 4 actual icons in the middle here. The Iris ones had 2 sort of dimples or sort of inserts in the buttons there on the top. They didn't have logos. Wasn't as reliable. The Iris 2s are much nicer. This is what you'll sort of find in a 650S. And yeah, again, really lovely interior. In normal mode, it is just phenomenal to drive. It's driving like, you know, an S-Class, which is a race car almost. It's so smooth but fast at the same time. And then when you put in sport and track, it just completely transforms the car. It's night and day. It turns it into a full-on track car. Proper great handling. 0 to 60 comes in at just over 3 seconds, which is blisteringly quick still for a 14-year-old car with, you know, 625 brake horsepower. This would have been about 190 new, and with options it's got, with about £23,000, it would have been well over £200,000 when new. You've also got cruise control and your sort of infotainment stalk there for your left-hand side of the instrument gauge. You've also got the analog rev tack, which I really like, and then the digital speedo, which again, really nice blend. I really do like that combination. That is probably my favorite combination of having you know, analog rev and then your digital speed, which is the main thing really to keep careful obviously when driving these. But yeah, really nice air vents as well stuck on the dash there, and Alcantara headlining, which comes on all yeah, sort of 12Cs and 650Ss. But yeah, overall really lovely. Let's just quickly moving on to the front. Underneath the front is a very generous amount of boot space. You've even got your battery charger as well, washer fluid, power steering fluid and brake fluid also. Another nice thing to mention on the MP4-12C is it had McLaren's innovation of monocell, which is a full carbon fibre monocoque chassis. So full carbon fibre tub drastically saves weight. This is what it looks like with a hard top up as well. Pretty much looks like the coupe. If you don't really know what to look for, you'd almost think it is a coupe, but this distinguishing sort of cutout in the roof sort of gives it away that it's a Spider, but nevertheless an absolutely gorgeous car. Let's just quickly take it out for a test drive. Hey guys, today I'll be test driving the 12C. So obviously phenomenal car. You've got McLaren's 7-speed dual clutch SSG gearbox, which stands for seamless shift gearbox, which McLaren I guess are trying to prove a point that it's a very smooth gearbox and quick at the same time. But dual clutch, definitely a lot more nicer than the earlier sort of single clutch gearboxes you get in Ferraris and Lamborghinis. But yeah, we'll just put in a normal mode for now, let it warm up a little bit. Automatic, again, really lovely, just a lovely, very nice Urus just passed. But yeah, the main thing which really does it for me on these McLarens is the ISG, the intake sound generator, which pumps the cabin full of turbo induction noise, and you can hear the wastegate go off, and it's just like absolutely unreal. We'll just put it in sport mode here a bit, manual, downshift to sort of second here. But yeah, does really pull you back, absolutely phenomenal. Just give it a quick bomb here in a second, and then I'll show you what it's all about. So guys, I'll just give the McLaren a quick bomb here. Yeah, it's definitely very quick. Yeah, pulls you back in your seat like crazy. As I said, 0 to 60, just over 3 seconds. It is, you know, blisteringly quick. And you know, back when this came out, this was a Super Series McLaren, so you know, 570S obviously doesn't have as much power and stuff like that. This was a car which was basically, you know, McLaren's flagship supercar at the time. And you know, prices have definitely held very well on them, especially for Spiders. Extremely rare. I think it's around 60% of coupes made, 40% of them were spiders, so definitely less spiders on the road. And yeah, still phenomenal looking car, very classic McLaren design up until this day. And I really do like it, especially with exhaust on the back. Yeah, it's just overall really lovely. Yeah, obviously on the sort of bumpier roads here, you just put it in normal mode, it sort of just smoothens everything out almost. And then yeah, when you on a really good road, sort of smooth motorway or something, you can put in sport track mode. I normally put sort of handling in sport or normal, and then the powertrain in track almost, just to get that maximum horsepower out of the car. Yeah, overall really lovely. Yeah, just really gorgeous cars. You get lots of looks in these, especially like I said in Volcano Red. It's an absolutely stunning colour. Hence why it's on the elite palette, because those are sort of reserved for McLaren's slightly more gorgeous colours. But yeah, definitely pulls very nicely, and yeah, get some nice features again, like electric folding mirrors, which is a very useful thing to have, climate control, aircon, lots of luxury features you'd expect on a McLaren. And you know, electric seats is a nice option to have, especially Iris 2 navigation. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully it gave a bit of insight into the 12C and more specifically the Spider model.